it's me, Rose, your today's Korean teacher. Let's see what happens. So, if you're clicking onto this video, you probably know this phrase already. I don't know if you can read this yet, but let's say 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. Typically, you do this with a little bow, not too deep, but just like this. 안녕하세요. Please make sure you don't do this. 안녕하세요. But a proper leaning a little bit towards 안녕하세요. Natural. So we're not going to do Korean alphabets today. I'm just going to teach you some useful phrases. So like if you see Koreans or if you come to visit Korea, you can use those phrases. 안녕하세요. It's 5 syllables word. Okay, let's break it down. Just so you know, the first letter an. And this one can be a little bit more complicated. It goes 냥, 냥, 냥. 안녕, 안녕. So if you only say this part, let's say these first 2 letters, if you only say these first 2 letters, that means hi, hello. But if you say the full phrase, it becomes polite. So you'll say this to someone you just met, someone you barely know, someone who is older than you. 안녕 is between friends, okay? After you're already acquainted, you went out a few times, you hung out a few times, okay? So 안녕하세요. Let's continue. And ha. Typically we write this, right? And if you just speak this one letter, it's correct to say ha. But native speakers don't say this. We say ah. Because listen carefully, we don't say 안녕하세요. We say 안녕하세요. So it's more like ah, not ha. Ha, if you say ha, it becomes like this. 안녕하세요, right? So let's make it smoother. 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. So it's ah, okay? Not ha, but ah. Next one, say. Relatively easy, right? Say. 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. And yo. Also, the easiest part, yo. Please don't say yo, okay? It's Korean yo, very subtle. So it's 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. Let me write it in line so you can see it easily. So it goes 안녕 하세요. I don't know if you can see, like, well, I'm trying my best. I'm sorry, guys. So 안녕하세요. Make sure this is not ha, but ah, okay? So now you can say 안녕하세요 like a native speaker. 안녕하세요. What do you say to your friends? 안녕. So between friends, we don't bow, okay? We just say 안녕 or 안녕. Alright, so next word. Can you guess what the next word is? By the way, I bought this for myself because when I study something, typically English or Spanish or just any subjects that I'm interested in, even from like my very early school days, I always had some sort of whiteboard or chalkboard to, teach myself. So I would study something and I will bring it to the board and I will pretend I'm the teacher teaching a student, which is me, myself. I find this method very effective because that's how I went into the dream college, dream university of mine, and that's how I am practically everything. So next one is, let's go with another very basic one. If you can read this, please read it out for me. And my apologies, my handwriting is not very good on the board. On paper, it's a lot better. So it goes, 감사합니다. Very familiar, right? Usually you know 안녕하세요 and 감사합니다. And after that, you don't really have any words in your mind. So anyhow, 감사합니다, as familiar as you are, 감사합니다 means thank you, Thank you. Right? Let's break it into one by one. So come. We go. So we would write this as come, But I just want to write it down as GH because it's not come, It's not like come. No, it's come. Foreigners find it difficult to differentiate the letter K and G. So it's come, not come. K, k, no. G, g, yes. So think of the country Ghana. It's like that, ga, but subtle Korean way. 감사합니다, not 감사합니다. You see the difference? Can you hear it? 감사합니다, yes. 감사합니다, no. Okay. So it's come. The next letter is 사. 사's simple. 사. 사, 감사, 합. Okay, let's go with this. 감사합. 니, 다. 감사합니다. But again, this is silent. It's more like up. Why is it? Because listen carefully. We don't say 감사합니다. 감사합니다. We say 감사합니다. 감사합니다. It's very smooth. So 감사합니다. 감사합니다. Even in this context, it sounds like 감사합니다. 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 Alright, so most foreigners know this, 감사합니다. But when do you use it? Yeah, when you have to thank someone, right? But you typically use this to someone you just met, you barely know, you're not friends with yet. So in a restaurant, in a store, those social occasions. But how about to your friends? Do you say 감사합니다? 감사합니다 to your friends? No, that's too much. So we're going to learn another way to say thank you, which is 고마워. 고마워. Okay, so how do you say 고마워? Go, not ko, 고. 마, 고마, 워. Is it right to spell it like this? 고마워, 고마워. Yeah, it's 고마워. 고마워, it's like thanks, or ta. In British countries or Australia, ta, thanks, like that, easy, more casual. So you'll say this to your friends. And one thing, if you put yo at the end, it becomes polite. So you can say that to strangers, 고마워요, but it's a lot more common to say 감사합니다. It's like the safest way to thank someone that you want to be polite with. Okay? So let's repeat. 감사합니다. 감사합니다. 고마워. Thanks. 고마워. 고마워요. Thank you. 고마워요. Thank you. Alright. So we already mastered 3 words. 3 words you can use on a daily basis, more than a couple times a day, if you're traveling. And then what should be the next one? What should be the next one? I want to say, because I'm a foodie traveler, I like to eat. Like, eating is the most exciting part of a trip. So I say, let's go to a restaurant, you want to order something. And yeah, you use the translator, figure out what the menu looks like, but you want to order in Korean, right? You want to order something in Korean. What do you want to eat? What do you want to eat today? I don't know. What should I eat? 불고기? 비빔밥? 떡볶이? 김밥? Let's go with 김밥. So, how do you spell this? I'm going to say 김밥. 김밥. So it's 김밥. Kimbap. So you want to say, I would like 1 kimbap, or let's say you're traveling alone, so it's like kind of imply that you're going to order 1. Then you're going to say please, right? Please. Then you can point your finger proudly at the menu and say 주세요. 주세요. Let's write it down. 주세요. It means please give. Please give something to me, okay? So typically you put what you want in front of 주세요. So it means this, please. Please give me this, okay? So let's break it down. What color should I use for this? Okay, I want to use this white one. So it's easy. 주. 주. 세. 요. Now you learned it earlier, right? You can notice that yo, this part, just make the phrase polite. 주세요, 주세요. But in this case, you can't just say 주세, okay? But anyhow, I'm just letting you know that yo means just making it polite. So 주세요, 주세요, 주세요 means please give. Give something to me, please. So you'll fill this blank whatever you want. So if you know how to say what you want to order, let's say 김밥, you just put 김밥 here. 김밥 주세요. 김밥 주세요. It's not 김밥, okay? It's not 김밥, it's 김밥. 김밥 주세요. Okay. Now you got a little thirsty. Maybe kimbap had spicy kimchi in it. And then now you want some, I don't know, some water. How about some water? You want to say water. How do you say water in Korean? Do you know? I'll give you 3 seconds. Okay. 물. 물 is water. 물. Okay. How do you say it? 물, or 물, whichever is easier for you to remember. So it's 물. Okay, let's go with this one because you can maybe confuse with 물. 물, it's pronounced 물. So you can just say here, 물 주세요. 물 주세요. Water please. 김밥 주세요. 김밥 please. And what else do you need? Whatever you want. You can just say something here, and 주세요, that means please. Please give me. Okay? 주세요. And then what happens? So you have water in your hand. You're having kimbap, it's delicious. So you want a little bit of interaction with the locals, right? You want to show appreciation for the food, and then you want to engage in a conversation. You just want to express yourself. And then you can say, is there anyone who can read this? Anyone? Alright. It's 맛있어요. 맛있어요. What does that mean? If you're in a restaurant, you want to express, oh, the food is good. Delicious. It's really delicious. It tastes good. It's yummy. So you can say 맛있어요. And then now you notice the pattern. It's polite. So if you say 맛있어, you can say that to your friends, okay? But if you're talking to the waitress or the owner of the business, you can say 맛있어요. 맛있어요, because they are not your friends. So let's break it down. 맛, it, how do you say yo. But then I just want to make it natural because of this, it becomes like that because the S goes up there. So I think it'd be more beneficial if you just put it how exactly it sounds. 맛있어요. It's just how it's pronounced. For example, in English it's the same. It's just the same rules apply here. I'm just having a difficult time to think of the specific examples. Okay, how about this? In English, let's say if there is a phrase, put it in. Put it in. But nobody says put it in, right? Nobody says like a robot, put it in. Put it in. So this one kind of combines with the next one in because it doesn't have the pronunciation, it's a vowel, right? Put it in. And also this one connects to the next one, put it in. So it's like, it sounds like pudding. Put it in, put it in, put it in, right? So it's like that. Instead of saying 맛있어요, we say 맛있어요. 맛있어요. It means delicious. Food is great. Food tastes really good. 맛있어요. 맛있어요. Okay. 맛있어요. 맛있어요. And then what do you say to your friends? You can just say 맛있어. 맛있어. Okay? And then if you want to not exaggerate, but just want to emphasize how delicious that is, you can say, oh, excuse me. You can say 정말 or 너무. What does that mean? Can you guess? So, So good, so delicious. Becomes like that. You can just use either 정말, 정말 맛있어요, or easier, 너무, 너무 맛있어요. You can say. And then I just dropped one of the chokes onto the floor and I said, "Excuse me." So how do you say that in Korean? Let's go. So you can say 죄송해요. In this case, it's more like I'm sorry, but you can use as an excuse, like depending on the situation. So 죄송해요 means I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's write it here. I'm sorry. 죄송해요. 죄송해요 means I'm sorry. Alright, let's break it down. I'm sorry about that too. 죄. How do you write this down? 죄. How do you spell this? 죄. I think 죄. 송. 해. 요. But I just want to emphasize that again, we don't say 해, we say 에 to make it smoother. So instead of saying 죄송해요, we say 죄송해요, 죄송해요. It's smoother. It sounds a lot natural, okay? A lot more natural. So 죄송해요. And please also notice that we don't say song, we say 송, 송. You see how subtle the sound is? So the pronunciation is very different from English. It's not 죄송해요. It's 죄송해요. 죄송해요. Okay? So 죄송해요. It means I'm sorry. So if you bumped into someone, 죄송해요. If you, I don't know, you made a mistake, 죄송해요. You stepped on someone's toe, 죄송해요. It works in every situation where you should say, I'm sorry. How about excuse me? Where excuse me. Like let's say you're in the crowded area that you just want to, go through the crowd. But you can say get out of my way, right? So how do you say? In the situation, the most proper way you can say is 잠시만요. 잠시만요. I taught this. I taught my English. I taught this. I taught my American friend this phrase multiple times. He had the hardest time to differentiate J with CH. I'll show you what I mean. So this one broken down. Again, this is just to make it polite. 잠시만요. 잠시만요. But to him, this part sounded like CH. So like 잠시만요. 잠시만요. Like I could not get how the two totally different sounds could sound exactly the same to him. Listen carefully. 잠시만요. 잠시만요. Again. 잠시만요. 잠시만요. It's just different. But he kept saying you're just exaggerating this part. I couldn't disagree more. So it's 잠시만요, not jam or jam. 잠시만요. Make sure. Remember, Korean sounds are very subtle. There's no stress. Okay? 잠시만요. It's a lot flatter. than you think. 잠시만요. 잠시만요. This is used typically when you're like excusing yourself in a situation where you try to like make your way in a crowded area. So like you don't want to touch them, you know, like social bubbles. So you just want to let the person know that you were just walking past, but you don't want to intrude. All right. So you can say 잠시만요. And this is also very useful because you can say 1 second, 1 moment please, 1 moment please, wait a second please, something like that. So if you're like busy on your phone trying to like, I don't know, find the directions, but someone like starts talking to you and then you can say 잠시만요, 잠시만요. Then you're saying, oh, 1 moment please, 1 second please. You can use it like that, 잠시만요. So you can use it in 2 different ways. That's why I'm teaching you this. 잠시만요. Wait a moment. Or excuse me. Excuse me. But don't use this when you are absolutely have to say sorry. Like you made a mistake, you made someone uncomfortable, something like that. Okay? So let's wrap up what we learned today. Let's wrap up what we learned today. We said today we learned oopsie. Today we learned 안녕하세요. Shorten, you can say 안녕 to your friends. And 감사합니다. 감사합니다. Or you can say 고마워요. 감사합니다. Thank you. But you can also say 고마워요. To your friends, you can just say 고마워. And 주세요. Give, please, or please give. So you can put anything you want in front to make a request. And what did I say? 죄송해요. Sorry. I am sorry. 죄송해요. And 잠시만요. Wait a moment or excuse me. So today we learned this phrase. And I'm pretty sure you're going to use this a lot. 주세요. 주세요. So this way you can greet, you can make an apology, you can order something, you can express yourself. All right. We also learned delicious. 맛있어요. You can also express your gratitude for someone who prepared for the food. So you can use it in a restaurant, or if you're invited to a family, you can also say that 맛있어요. You can say it to everyone. And then if you want to say to your friends, just don't use 요. You can say 맛있어. So again, 안녕, 고마워, 맛있어, 잠시만. You can use these orange circled words to your friends. Alright? So, oh my god, it's been almost 30 minutes. So, I'm going to call it a day. And today I didn't start with Korean alphabets because I thought it'd be more useful if you don't want to learn Korean like from the very scratch. And then you can immediately use them in your daily life. Like if you meet Korean friends, or if you are traveling to Korea, or also if you're just, visiting a Korean town in your country. And please let me know if you like a next session. And if you like to start from the beginning, Korean alphabets, or like these useful phrases you can use right away. So thank you for watching, and to be honest, this whole thing is just an impromptu. I didn't have a script. You could probably see in the middle, like I was struggling to spell it out and I think of an example. So okay, let me know. Thank you. Bye.